Our last panel member is Mr. Kumar Loganathan. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? He is a postgraduate in environmental management from the University of Stirling, United Kingdom, and a gold medalist in MSc Energy Science from Kamaraj University, India. He has over 2 decades of experience in the rural development sector and has been associated with various development organizations in India. He has been actively involved in promoting community-based rural livelihoods, microfinance services, children's education, community health, and social security for downtrodden people. And he's also been involved in designing welfare programs for government, international funding agencies, INGOs, and development organizations. Presently, Mr. Kumar is the director in Sarvodaya Action Research Center, promoted by ASEFA, one of the pioneering Gandhian organizations in India. Its main purpose is to undertake action research in promoting the Gandhian concept of self-reliant rural communities imbued with love, truth, and justice. SARC has brought in over 25 research publications and a monthly magazine, Salaram, in the Tamil language since 2013. He is married and blessed with 2 children. Please let's welcome Mr. Kumar Loganathan.
So, hello everybody. I am sitting in India in a small city called Madurai. Now the time is only 2:30. So should I say good afternoon or good evening? I do not know. Maybe I will ask my presentation PPT to show it. Mr. Chandra? So SCC, it's a social and solidarity economy. All over the world, in the last 2 decades, they have been promoting as an alternative to address the economic crisis and then the growing inequality and also the climate changes. So I'm going to talk about a case study which is implemented by a Gandhian organization called ASEFA. It's called Association for Service Seva Farms, which has been involved in development of rural people for the last 50 years. So it's a holistic approach. But just for your illustration, I'm taking only one enterprise. It's called Community Dairy Enterprise, which is implemented for empowering rural women. But indirectly, it also regenerated rural economy in Tamil Nadu, India. Okay, next slide, please. Yes. So who are we? Means Saifa. When India got independence in 1947, the majority of the people livelihood or agri and allied activities. But there were more than 80% were dependent on that primary sector. But in the, when we assessed, there were a lot of gap between haves and have-nots. So one gentleman in the picture you see, his name is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. He is the spiritual heir of Mahatma Gandhi. He started this land gift movement mainly to bridge the gap between haves and have-not. What he did a mission of trekking 14 years across the country since 1951, which enabled him to collect 4.38 million acres of land as gift from the landholding farmers and distributed to the landless farmers. So he thought that will bridge the gap. So some of the followers who are active in the movement, once this movement came to an end, they asked Vinobaji what we should do. Then he said, you go and do the left out work of the movement. That is developing the Buddha land to settle the landless farmers. So that is how the ASEFA, means Association for Service Seva Farms, was established in 1968. The primary objective or the initial focus was on developing the land collected from the movement and also wasteland and settle the landless farmers. That was the primary focus. But once it started working with the people, there were so many issues and so many demand from other people also. So it gradually, it broadened its mission and brought in all vulnerable women, people under holistic development initiative. Yes, next, please. Next slide, please, Chandra. Yes, this is our motto. You can see establish village republic, that is self-sufficient, self-reliant, and self-managed community based on the principle of freedom, economic equality, and social justice. This is nothing but the Gandhian philosophy. But now, when we compare this Gandhian philosophy, it more or less coincides with the present SCC, that is social and solidarity economy. Yes, next slide, please. Where are we? We work in rural India across 8 states, but intensively in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is bigger than Philippines. Its population is nearly 78, nearly 8 million, 80 million. Over 1.07 million families across 10,000, 500 villages are part of this mission. So involved with the multifaceted, socio-economic action through 162 community-based organizations, all promoted by ASEFA over the last 5 decades. Yes. Next slide, please. Sandra, next slide, please. So just, this is the Tamil Nadu map and all the yellow, marked places or districts all covered by ASEFA. Yes, next slide, please. What is ASEFA's approach? It is, the initial task is to mobilize community, connect with the community, get their, goodwill, from the community, and then form into a group, kind of a group, and then assess what are their needs. Basically, their initial for support that is required is economical programs. So start with the economical programs, simultaneously deliver other services like children education. We started schools to provide quality education, and then healthcare services, especially women and children, and then social security, etc., to enhance the quality of life. And of course, the program sustainability is one of the key, terminology or they emphasize in the development field. How this ASEFA pursue in promoting, sustainability of the program is promote specific, program specific community organization with a suitable legal entity to manage it. Then build up capital. Capital in the sense finance, human capital, even social capital to continue the program and linkage with external institution and government to run the program. So generally, to establish all these things, it will take 12 to 15 years, depending upon the socio-economic environment of the selected area. Once the communities are able to manage the program, ASEFA moves on to the other needy areas. Yes, next please. So this is one of the Gandhian trusteeship-based community organization. This is what ASEFA is following is. In all 162 community-based organizations function under Gandhian trusteeship model. The main characteristics of this model is all these organizations, no individual ownership, communities are the owners or the trustees in case of trust. Then it is all democratic approach, decentralized system. All the community organs are aimed at socio-economic benefit of only local people. Only local people. Owners or trustees or director cannot share the profit. It invests again to benefit more people through the program. Yes, next slide, please. So one such program is the dairy project, wherein ASEFA has promoted a community to intervene the entire value chain, right from procuring the milk till marketing. It has created a structure. That is what we are going to see. This is the area called Nattam in Dindikal district in Madurai. You can see all that hillock-like region, and then people are more nomadic. Asefa, more like a semi-tribe, and more the occupations are horticulture. It's the horticulture, and then the livestock rearing. Next slide, please. See, it's located in the Dindikal district, and then hilly terrain. Annual rainfall is 900 mm. Fertile red soil with the tree crops, mainly mango, guava, tamarind, and coconut. And then abundant livestock, mainly sheep, goat, cows, and desi bullock. Next slide, please. See, over 50% people are Valayas. They are semi-tribe. The total population is, you can see, 158,000, of which 55% workforce are workforces. They are mainly involved in agriculture. You can see cultivators 40%, of which 80% are small and marginal farmers. It means they have land holding less than 5 acres. And then you can see laborer, it's 50%. So only 10% are involved in other sectors other than the primary sectors. Yes, next slide, please. So this, area being the backward area, ASEFA took up this area for development in the 70s. So during those time, the literacy rate was, and then mostly they were like nomad. They were hunting, animals for eating, So ASEFA took up this, and then the initial intervention was to develop barren and wasteland to settle poor farmers. Subsequently, the women self-help groups were formed and introduced thrift and saving to meet emergency need of the women. Schools were opened in the villages where there are no schools to provide quality education for the children. Presently, there are about 10,000 children are studying in ASEFA schools. So why it introduced, dairy program? This is also very located near the cities. So whenever, there is no rain, the male members migrate to the cities for menial work, leaving the children and then the women in the same villages. So the women and children, apart from family burden, they have to also cope up with economic constraint because their income generation is very limited. So ASEFA thought that these women should be supported with suitable program. That's a dairy one. And then the major benefit of the dairy is it's very suitable for rural women. And then the milk also provides supplementary nutrition, especially for the children and pregnant ladies in the same families. Also ensures regular income by sale of milk. It ensures regular cash flow. And then additional income, if they are doing agriculture, apart from agriculture, income from agriculture, they also get regular income from dairy. And then that organic, for organic cultivation, cow urine and dung are the good source for manufacturing organic manure. So the evolution of dairy program. So initially, all the interested women were formed into mutual groups and then formed into mutual dairy groups. Then the trainings were given, and then the financial support were provided. Women were happy, and then they were locally. They were selling locally in the villages to the tea shop or hotel, restaurant. They were selling it. They were quite happy. But then, we also started promoting improved breed to increase productivity. The local breeds were giving only 2 liters per animal, but when we increased, when we introduced improved breeds, then it started providing 8, 10 liters per day. So the milk, because they were selling it locally, but then there, the demand was low. So it had become a major problem. So what ASEPA, as a next step, it linked with the state dairy cooperative for marketing. Yes, next slide. But then once it linked with the state dairy cooperative, the farmers also started facing the problems from the cooperative soon, with the problem like delayed payment, low price, not regular in procurement. So these are the major problems the producers started facing the problems from the government-owned cooperatives. So there was no alternative, as cooperative was the lone player during that time in milk industry. So the situation demanded a comprehensive or the value chain, complete to work on complete value chain. So ASEFA, helped this, communities to establish a milk processing unit that was established in 2018 and at Nattam. Subsequently, 4 such units were established elsewhere in Tamil Nadu. Yes, next slide, please. So comprehensive services, apart from credit and training, they were, introduced. They introduced this community managed social protection scheme, wherein the members, provide a certain contribution as a risk fund. So if there is any animal death, then this, committee will replace with new animal. Then it also supply concentrated feed, and then regular veterinary care services with own veterinary doctor, including artificial insemination for the animal. Then marketing the surplus milk production. Then community-based social pension for vulnerable producers. These are all done by the women groups, dairy groups. So you can see at present, it is serving 4,553 women across 290 villages. These are the services. It's a comprehensive services working on the entire value chain of the milk dairy. Yes, next slide, please. See, it focus on selling the milk only locally. That is around 250-kilometer radius. It is not focusing on any, export or distant market, because milk is a perishable product. It has to be sold within a short period of time. Otherwise, it gets spoiled. So, how to increase the sale or the consumption of milk by a family? To increase the consumption, produce different milk and byproduct to meet the various needs within the family. See, these are the different products like double toned milk for children and aged people, toned milk for women and normal people, standard milk for youth, full cream milk for commercial purpose. And then the byproduct like butter, ghee, yogurt, buttermilk, sweets, all produced. So within the family, the consumption of milk is increased by introducing different product. So at present, it is marketing 30,000 liters per day on an average. Next slide, please. So this is the organizational structure. They have 2 companies. One is shareholders or the directors of the milk producers, no outsiders. So it provides extension and welfare services like procurement, supply of surplus milk to the processing unit. So at the local level, you have milk producers, and then procurement of milk within the radius of 25 kilometers only. 25 kilometers, and it has a group of 297 dairy groups with a membership of 4,455 women. and dairy groups, and then they supply milk to the milk producer company. And then you have another company called Sandhigram Dairy Company, which is on the right side of the screen. So this main focus is processing, manufacturing, and then marketing and collection of sale proceeds. So these are the main role of Sandhigram Dairy Company. They use distributor and agent to reach out the consumer. You can see the marketing of milk and byproduct within the radius of 100 kilometers only. And they have 240 agents supplying for both domestic and commercial consumption. So to show you some pictures, so this is a woman, you can see this is the cow, and then here in the right side you can see during the riding of cow, a woman is having a baby in a kettle. You can see that. Yes, next slide please. Chandra, next slide please. See, veterinary care services, it's a regular one. They are our doctors, veterinary doctors. Yes, next slide, please. Chandra, next slide, please. So this is the society. The milk, when it is milked, then it is collected in the society. Here in the right side, you can see the people standing in a queue to supply the milk in the society. Yes, next slide, please. So this is the testing, the quality of the milk, where they test for two, mainly fat and non-solid fat. Based on that, they also fix the price. Yes, next slide, please. So yes, the milk is poured for weighing the quantity. Yes, next slide, please. Yeah, here the packaging of the processed milk, they do it. Yes, next slide, please. So this is the Seva and Sarvadiya. That is our brand. That is our brand. We are in the field for the last 20 years. And then the people know Seva Sarvadiya brand means it's a SEFA promoted community enterprises. Next slide, please. So this is a retailer. So he is a retailer. And then this girl, after school, she come and get the milk to go and make coffee. Yes, next slide, please. Chandra, next slide, please. Yes, next slide, please. Chandra, next slide. Yes. So now we are coming to the main point, how this enterprise fit into the 5 dimensions of SCC. Yes, we will see the first one, socioeconomic. Yes, next slide, please. Socioeconomic benefit of the communities. See, this enterprise in Nattam alone has generated an employment to nearly 6,500 local people. And then you can see the cash flow of nearly €5 million to the villages every year. And then 60% of the milk producers earn income fixed more than the income fixed for below poverty line. A certain percentage of the profit is set aside to provide social pension to the vulnerable producers like widow, deserted lady. They are given monthly social pension. And then also I have mentioned that the community managed livestock insurance help the producer to get immediate replacement of animal in case of death of the animal. This is the first one, And then the second dimension, yes, next slide, please. Ecological conservation. How this enterprise addresses the ecological conservation. Like it helps the farmers to strengthen the interrelationship of livestock, soil, and agriculture. For integrated farming, this helps them. And then, urine and cow dung are the best source for producing organic manure and then the pest repellent. Also, the factory uses energy saving technology to reduce power consumption and also planning to use solar energy wherever it is necessary or possible. Yes, next slide, please. The third aspect of SCC which is economic sustainability. So you can see this plant is running for more than 2 decades without any external financial aid. It invests its profit in increasing the outreach. You can see it started with the 600 milk producer. Now it is supporting 4,560 milk producers, and then expanded the capacity of the plant from 10,000 to 30,000 liters per day. It can process
Wow.
30,000 liters per day. So that is the expansion. It has invested the profit like this. So during the COVID, the enterprise continued its operation. However, its volume of market was reduced by 60% because of the lockdown. All the commercial ventures were
Mm.
shut down. So the surplus milk were converted into byproduct like milk powder for future use. So raised the working capital from the mainstream financial institution to manage the situation. Yes, next slide, please. So how this is socially responsible governance? As I mentioned earlier, the enterprise adapted the Gandhian trusteeship model. Here, there are no individual owners, only the milk producers are the trustees or custodian of the enterprise. The profit earned are not shared among the shareholders, but plowed back to benefit more women. The shareholders and the directors are milk producers. The directors are elected every 3 years as per the company by rule. The role of the directors and the general body member as defined in the Companies Act are strictly adhered to. Yes, next slide, please. This is the very critical one, edifying ethical value. Thus, this enterprise is placing welfare of the milk producers over the profit. Profit is a must to survive and sustain the program. But if the enterprise uses the profit to expand to benefit more rural women, provide social pension to the vulnerable women, improve the capacity of the producers to take up dairying as main occupation. Right. Yes, next slide, please. So I'm not going to talk about which SDG this enterprise is addressing it. I am leaving to you to judge which SDG this program is addressing it. Right. There are 17 SDG. So you can choose based on my presentation, you can choose which one it addresses. Yes, next slide, please. Yes. Yes, click Chandra. So support dairy, regenerate rural economy. Thank you. For any information, you can contact this address.
Okay, so we
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumar Loganathan, for that very instructive presentation on the Community Dairy Project in Tamil Nadu, which follows the Gandhian trusteeship model, which is completely new to us, but obviously has all the elements of social solidarity, economic